Om Shri Paramatmane Namah. Somebody had asked, what is the mark of an enlightened man? What is the most important quality that others will see in his life? Nothing. Who is an enlightened man? He or she is an enlightened man or woman whom you think he or she is. It is your belief. When you have the permanent belief, he is enlightened, he becomes enlightened for you. What should you do? Don't go on searching an enlightened man. You get enlightened yourself. How long will you go on searching? And it will not be possible. Contact with any enlightened person cannot happen through your effort. It happens, definitely it happens. It happens in the divine play, in the divine arrangement. There is a time when a seeker comes in contact with the enlightened person. It happens, definitely it happens. But if you go on searching, it may not. You go on doing what you have understood as the correct thing in life at a particular time. In this way you grow, and then a time comes, you will come in contact. Don't have this idea that you first seek the right man and then you start on your journey. No, this is not the right way. You start the journey as you know it today, from any source. You start having it in life. Then as you grow, you will get more and more guidance from somewhere. And if it is to happen, you will have that contact also, all of a sudden, without your planning. As regards the mark of recognition, how to recognize, it is not possible. Nobody can recognize unless God wants it. Through one's own energy, capacity, one cannot recognize. It's not possible. Recognizing through some characteristic means, there is a student, he wants to learn some subject, but he is having a condition that I will study only under such a professor whom I found suitable for me, and whether he is capable or not. I want to see the capacity of the professor first, then I will be a student. If you can judge the capacity of the professor, you are greater professor. If you can recognize an enlightened man, you are more enlightened. How can you recognize? But in the divine arrangement, in the divine plan of the unborn, infinite, eternal, omnipotent, omniscient energy, that is God, human beings come in contact at a particular time, without their search even, without their seeking. It happens. So don't worry. They say, don't try to find out the true Guru. You try to become a disciple. At the level you are at that time, try to understand the thing. Something like that. Because in that manner it is never found. There is a book here, perhaps it is there in the cupboard. Searching a master, perhaps searching a master, something like that. Many years ago somebody came to me, he presented to me. Search of a master, written by somebody from the West. Because Western people have their own qualities. They want to probe to the last first. Let us see. To the last, firstly, I will see. This is their great characteristic, quality. Certain many virtues, many qualities are everywhere. Different qualities of God in different races and people. Western people have this quality. Great quality it is. In the same way, in some respect, great determination. I will do it. Come what may, I will do it. Like that. So, there is a book lying there, In Search of Master or something like that. That friend went throughout the whole country. I don't know how many years he gave in writing that book. All the known and perhaps unknown ashrams and the guides and saints, all, and made a catalogue of them and all the possible descriptions. And very hard work he did in that book. Even he has given, this is the route, this is, you will find a bus at such place and a train, and then you will go there, and these are the characteristics of the saint, and he teaches in this particular form, these are his sects, these are his teachings, like that. He has given such a laborious work, a scholarly work it is there. You see, I saw in that book even some about some saints whom I myself met many years ago. He has given correct description. I knew them personally, but that research scholar of the spiritual paths, rather, he gave quite correct descriptions. So he wrote a good book. But I am not sure whether he found the real thing. The book is there, but he found the truth, I can't say. Search is also a part of life. Nothing wrong in that. Search is also a part of life. It happens in the most unimaginable ways. Even in the life of that great man who later on became so responsible and an instrument of God's work, I mean Paul Benton. Those who might have read about his life, he was going throughout the world, search of all that. Then finally met Maharishi Raman. And he has himself described how in the first meeting he was disappointed. Such an intellectual, journalist, PhD, everything. He was disappointed to see the man for the first time. What is this? Like that is written this. Not knowing that he is the man through whom you will get transformed totally. These things happen like that. So, don't worry, what are the characteristics about the realized man? When somebody meets, there one thing can be said. After some time, that person starts loving that person, liking that person. Something happens like this.